Welcome back to the Valorant stream.
Today we're here again. It is the second round of playoffs here for our squad, as they will have a returning match against CS.
I think it's California.
It's School for California, but the initials are CSUDH, the Sapphire team in particular. For those who are familiar with some of the history of some of our streams here, this is the same team that contains the player of pooping. So we're seeing the return of them once again. Today we have the squad we've been running here today. No substitutions.
Yep.
At least that we're aware of so far. It just appears that we're having some things being set currently in the room. Jack, do you have any kind of opening thoughts about as we approach today?
I think, if I remember correctly, I think we did struggle a little bit against this team, if I'm not mistaken. But I do think we've grown as a team, and I do think we are going to stand strong against this team.
Yeah, the squad has absolutely come about, especially has become much stronger together and individually, each into their own, and has allowed for them to really, make a lot of progress. As we've seen, like some of the developments, such as we've seen Shotgun user pick up Duelist, we've seen Shotgun user pick up that Operator last game.
Oh yeah.
That remained an absolute menace to the other team. We also have seen progression of certain comps that they're running. We're continuing to run the double initiator comp that we have seen before. So we've had a lot of change on our side, but at the same time, they've had time to change up what they're doing, improve what they're going for. So it all comes down to kind of the preparation that the teams have put in beforehand and what they're able to bring to the table today. Alright, and as we wait for some matches to start, we'll just be putting it to a back screen. So we will see you all when it starts. And just before we go, we would like to mention the New Hampshire National Guard once again for sponsoring the OWL Media Network. All this is possible thanks to generous donations like theirs. So if you want to learn more of it, visit www.nationalguard.com/NH or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. All right, we will see you soon.
Alright, welcome back to the game. Looks like the first map we'll be playing on is Haven.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming right into it. We are once again seeing this double initiator comp that we have consistently run on this map once again. We're seeing Shotgun User currently hovering over the jet, picking it too. And this is a comp that the team's well practiced on a map they are very comfortable with playing.
Yep.
So as we come into here as well, we are seeing what CSU is currently picking. It does appear that they are going to hover on top of a double duelist comp.
Very popular.
As we've seen before, these type of comps have been very popular, especially within the league. And it has an advantage of making those entrances to a point, the entry, much easier as they have all that more utility to make that entrance. However, they might struggle to exactly set up for that entrance without having those two initiators, or they might struggle to hold on to it without those sentinels.
It does seem like we are picking the Astra for California, which is a very difficult character to play because she is definitely very different with her star management and all that. You play her a bit, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the only character I play.
What about the chamber?
The star management, people saying it's hard. It's really not. It's what takes you like 30 seconds. You're like, oh, that's how it works.
Okay.
But
my mistake.
Yeah, the utility is very interesting because you can set it up, leave it there, and use it at any point in the match. As well, you do have the option to take it back. There's a timer on that. But as you see here, we will see that Keene State College is opting to attack first, as we did hear them discussing. And as we're coming into it as well, we are going to see that they are going to set up for a, I don't.
Looks like
I should say I'm speechless, but this is expected. But we are going to opt for a push onto C, picking up some of those more long-range weapons here as well, such as the Ghost that Yeri did pick up. And the match will be starting here. We are
seem like we
see
have a
setup
lineup here
from Yeri, that one we have seen its use before. However, CSU will find it, and that will prompt KSC to rotate over to A site on to start out here. However, the utility set up on mid here will prevent some of these rotations around that we have seen their team do before. Currently, Yeri is approaching onto Pooping here. To be able to find it. However, Pooping pops out. However, Yeri does find Pooping, and that will leave it to a 4v5 in favor of Keene State College as they do approach onto site. Smokes are being dropped for both teams. That's what team tries to say. However, Sona will find Shotgun User. However, trades
go
will
out.
occur.
2v2.
Froggy
does find the one, making it 1v1.
It will be Cypher v Cypher, both on low HP, and however, Froggy will find it, bringing that first round to Keene State
The 5
College.
health clutch from Froggy. We love to see it. Very nice start from Keene State. Getting that very first round secured.
For themselves here. Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing kind of how finding that Smokes, that Smoke player first, did prevent them from really putting a stop to some of those sight lines that Keene State College was getting themselves here today.
We see a very nice pick from from Shotgun Users.
Yeah, coming out here to start with that. For some reason, I cannot remember what the name of the outlaw was. Coming out of the outlaw there, it cannot hold up. Light shields on this point in the match cannot hold up to the outlaw, allowing it to be a one-shot guaranteed basically at this point, unless CSU wants to run that full shield with only classic. Utility will go out for the push. Smokes have gone down heaven to prevent the sight lines.
Throwing out some shots, just try to see if we can get any damage. Another nice shot from Shotgun User with the outlaw. It is a 1v5 in favor of Keene State, so I think we do have this in the bag.
One might say they should save, but currently he's only equipped with a classic at this moment, with the save round currently coming out from CSU in order to try to stop this momentum that Keene State College could be building with these first rounds. However, that will be another round win here for Keene State College with 0 deaths.
Their cipher was on the site, and it definitely seemed like.
All right, the teams are both good here, as they will be coming up here for this this third round, I should say, here today. All right, as we come into this third round here, apologize for my inability to count today. We are going to see that Keene State College will lose Mish early on here, which will make it much more difficult to purchase site, as they cannot cut off those sight lines for them here. However, they will start to make a push onto C-site here, which will be the correct play, as CSU will be rotating over to it, as they had left the site before. We are going to see the play coming out. However, Donnie G will find shotgun user, which will leave it to a 3v5 here. Keene State College has to play very carefully in order to secure the site. The EMP will go out, and they will push toward it. However, Yeri will find one. Yeri finds two. And Soda Don will trade for Yeri there. However, it's left down to a 2v2, as Froggy the Elite will find Shum. The Thrash coming out here. We'll find 2.
Very nice.
And that will secure the round for Keene State College here.
Very nice from Keene State.
There from Issa, allowing their team to secure those picks. All right, Keene State College has secured themselves a 3-round lead coming into the 4th round here. They are able to decide how they want to try to take this with this advantage they have gotten.
That Gecko really did secure that round, even though I do think they still had it, but making it so that they weren't able to do anything definitely helped them secure that round. Very nice pick from Issa.
Will find an early pick onto pooping there, which will get rid of that smokes, which is a massive pick for this time in the round.
Do you see shotgun? Yuri does get a nice pick, creating a 4v1 in favor of Keene State.
We are seeing the wingman plant, the true MVP.
California is up in head.
California only does have this cipher available to them. However, Keene State College will play very carefully here, as securing these picks can be what it takes for CSU to stop this momentum that Keene State College has built with their economy here. They are aware of where this cipher is at, but will they decide to push it or just let the round play out here? Harisa will find Donnie G with that headshot and will secure that 4th round for Keene State College. returning to... Yeah, as we approach here today, the 5th round here, we will see that CSU is forced to be a little more scrappy with how they buy their loadouts here. However, they do have both that Phoenix ult and that KO ult available to them, which can be devastating to a push. Pushing on to C here, they will have to play through long. The one-way is currently set up, which will give Keene State College a lot of time here. However, it will go down, and Choom is around that corner, but will he peek this shotgun user?
We do shut down that Phoenix ult fairly early.
However, that Cypher will find Yeri there with that hiding spot, which will be a trade into a... which will be... Choom will find Froggy, which will bring it down to a 3v4. However, Gengar will find Issa there, which will bring it down to a 2v4. However, Mish and Shotgun User do have the advantage that the clock is on their side here. However, Sonodon will find Mish there, and it will just be Shotgun User left to try to figure out how to win this round. And Choom will find Shotgun User, which will allow CSU to defuse and secure the 5th round here. How the momentum is currently going, it will be left up to whoever can win some of these rounds here, as the momentum has been slowed down enough for CSU to take it back if they do succeed some of these next few rounds. Alright, as we do see here, Keene State College will be approaching A site as this smoke does go down. The ult from Shotgun User will come out, trying to...
Opting to use the shotgun instead of the jet ult. And it seems like Keene State have decided to rotate out, especially with that KO ult going out, making it so that they cannot use their abilities.
Investing 2 ultimates there for CSU in order to secure that site will leave him at a disadvantage here, as they will not have to expend those as Keene State College does rotate around. The site is smoked out. Shotgun User firing at Kudos as CSU does approach the site here. However, they will find that initiator, which will leave it to a 3v2. Without that initiator, CSU is at a disadvantage when it comes to entering onto the site here, and that will pop up as Froggy Fleet will find Donnie G. However, the one-way will disorient Froggy into getting picked there, as Pooping does find them with that headshot. However, Pooping will find 3 other players here. However, it will come out, and
nice.
will find that last one.
It is a 1v2.
However,
Yeri
Yeri
opting
will
to
pop
use
the
his
ult
ult
to win that round. A lot of ults being thrown out that fight. We will see, if I'm counting correctly, that's 2 from Keene State College and 3 from CSU.
And you'd think this is Overwatch with how many ults are going out.
that can't be more. That can't be more true. However, we will see that operator purchase come out from CSU here. This could be massive in order to stop some of these pushes, especially onto this C site, which Keene State College is preparing to push into. However, if CSU does lose this round, they will be left with next to nothing for these upcoming rounds here. Will come out. The Cypher utility will be shot down. CSU starts to rotate over. However, Choom will find one on that entry. Chum will find 2. Chum will find 3, which will leave Keene State College with only Issa and Froggy. However, Froggy will be found by pooping, leaving just Issa by herself with that neural theft coming out as well.
Issa's
Our
location has
Gengar
been
is
revealed.
watching this rotation as Issa will peek out and will be found by that operator pick here.
Unfortunate.
CSU did take a risk there in buying this round, and however, it will prove successful for them and beneficial as it will come out.
Looks like a timeout is starting. While we are on this break, Keene State would like to thank New Car Nissan of Keene, your premier new Nissan and used car dealership near Keene. Discover the new car difference.
All right. And as well, something we didn't discuss at the very beginning here was that a very big patch for the game had just dropped today, as we're being informed, where we will see the addition of regen shields. It is kind of level between both that light and that heavy, and what it does is that it has a basically like a 50 health pool. It would be 125 shield, but if that shield gets destroyed, the regen will regenerate that lost health, so you could say.
Alright, looks like the game is starting back up in a few.
There are some other changes here that will impact how both teams play today that we did want to bring up. Cypher did see some changes about how his tripwire works. It doesn't immediately give that red outline as we're used to, and his neural theft will now cost more.
Ooh, unfortunate. Issa getting picked off early. And Yeri. A rough start for Keene State.
Left in a 3v5 here. It's a very rough position to be in for Keene State College. They are playing with their heads on a swivel here, as Keene State College has felt susceptible to some of these rotations that we have seen CSU's CSU's Jet pull out.
Keene State have made their way onto point, but it is shotgun user does find one through the smoke,
Leaving it to a 4v3 here in favor of CSU. CSU opting for a pincer play here, leaving their duelist and their smokes around on the flank. However, they might be moving to make a push to the garage, as I might be mistaken.
shotgun user does find Donnie G.
Ooh, that operator will find 2. Pooping will find another, leaving just the Cypher alone. Froggy will be found by Pooping as well, leaving it to currently 3-5 here in favor of Keene State College.
Keene State did do a good job, though, knowing that it was a 5v3.
And still taking advantage and finding some of those picks there. All right, as we come into here now, we are going to see both teams be purchasing once again. The one-way will come out here. However, that's Asher Smoke will come down as well to respond to it. Both teams unsure of exactly what to do here. CSU has caught on to the tendency for Keene State to pull out some of these rotations here. Smokes come out and will allow CSU with some of that time in order to really get a rotation out. However, that Fierce Assault will come out and will not find some of that value that it had desired. However, we will see the Gecko O come out from Issa here, trying to look to see who they can find. However, it will be sent out to Pooping, who will be found by Mish before it could even land. However, the neural threat will come out from Froggy the Elite here, giving information that could be necessary for Keene State College to win this round. However, Chum will find Shotgun User. However, Yeri will trade for Sonodon, leaving it to a 1v3 here as Yeri does get killed. Froggy the Elite here trying to play for anything. However, will be found in the foot by that operator. And however, will be found with another shot at that operator, which will take them out, leaving that 9th round in favor of CSU, as it will be brought to 4-5.
Fortunately, that Valorant spray did come in not in handy for Keene State there, with every bullet going over the head of the guy defusing. Sorry.
But yeah, we've all been in situations like that. But as it comes down to it, it will make it very difficult for Keene State College to continue going forward here. However, we are going to see Keene State College trying to decide how they will purchase this round, and it will be a couple of Keene State College's players here, especially that entry we will see with Shotgun User buying that Vandal. Shotgun User will find Donnie G, which will eliminate some of that Cypher utility, which will allow them to get outside a lot quicker here.
Shotgun User and Mish find their way onto point rather quickly.
Ooh, however, Chum will find Shotgun User's head. However, Gengar will find Mish as well. However, Yeri will find Chum's head with that Marshall. However, Gengar will trade for that as it would come down.
Scrappy fight. And I think
and
our last two...
And we will see the ult come out from the Jet.
All Issa has
Issa left here with a classic and a dream. And will be found by Pooping. And that will be brought to 5-5, a tie game.
Once again, for our Valorant players, we're seeing a very evenly tied match, which is definitely very entertaining, but seems like...
Alright, as we do see here, we're going to see another push on to see a site from Keene State College. However, with that operator shot being fired down range, it will prompt Keene State College to rotate over to an A side push, as they will try to get onto the site before CS2 can really respond. That Asher Smoke and that KO knife will come out, disabling the abilities of Keene State College's players that did go through that main push area.
See a lot of utility go out, try to keep Keene State off. Looks like Keene State have decided to rotate out once again, knowing that there were 3 people on that point.
Will be teleporting onto that point there to get some early information for Keene State College, and will be dueling Donnie G there. Who can find who? However, Donnie G will find a teammate there with that Chum coming forward to help him. However, the plant will come out in front of Issa here. However, it will be denied by that Gengar, and Gengar will be found by Yeri. Chum will find Froggy the Elite, and however, Yeri will trade it out. However, Sonodon will find Yeri, as he will be all eyes on him, as it will come down to that. It is currently the last round and a half here. We will see these teams play out with whatever they can purchase here.
Keene State does have an ult advantage as of right now for this last round, and judging by how far each person is on the ult, we might even see the Astra ult come out from California.
Opting for the Sova drone here instead of the dart to start out with. Yeri will be trying to look for whatever they can find here, and they will see another player there, and he will pop the ult here to try to find anybody with it, and however will only hit Sonodon once with it, will not be able to secure the path. Shotgun User will pull out the ult here. Shotgun User will find the ult with that.
We do deny that Phoenix ult that did just go out.
We'll find one shot on to that Phoenix, and Froggy will follow up on that damage, getting that kill and trading out for a 4v4 here. That operator proving to be a big obstacle here for Keene State College. Mish will find one, and Mish will get some damage on to that Astra here. The Astra really blocking off some of these sight lines here. However, Froggy the Elite will find Sonodon, and will
Froggy
find
finds
Pooping as well,
3.
and it will be a 1v. And Froggy will find 4,
Froggy.
winning that round and tying it up as we do approach this second half.
Very nice plays from Froggy there.
And welcome back. As we do approach the second half here, it will provide some new insights into some of the team comps here. We are going to see a play that has been used by Keene State College a lot on this map, which will be the aggressive duelist on rather A or C site here. However, they will wait out that push from Shotgun User.
Shotgun User playing very aggressive, getting a pick on Gengar.
Through the smoke. Some may call it luck. I will call it skill. After all, an educated guess to the right answer is still the right answer. And that will leave Keene State College here to a 5v4 in favor of themselves. CSU will approach B site here, not one we have seen yet this game. Will get the plant off as Keene State College does opt to wait for this push here. However, Mish will find 2, and Shotgun User will find another, leaving it to a 1v.
Gary finding the last one.
A 0v4 here, which will secure Keene State College the first round of this half.
I noticed there, once they all got into plant, pretty much everyone on the California side was like half health at most. So that was definitely a big advantage for Keene State.
It is appearing to us, however, that as Keene State College just play out the rest of these rounds, that it's coming down to finding both those duelists here, as they have been a very large presence here for CSU as they do approach. Finding them a lot of that value from those entries and finding those picks. Shotgun User will find 3! My god, I wish we were watching that.
I know, I panicked.
Finding 3 with the collateral.
4.
Finding 4 for the spike, and Yeri will take away that ace from Shotgun User. And the cruelest play I've seen today.
Insane from Shotgun User. I am so sorry. I was not spectating you.
The collateral was massive there.
Wow.
Silver Dart will be found here. Shotgun User trying to find some of those picks once again. CSU is opting to push on to B site here. With how Keene State College is positioning their players here, this does allow them to get a lot of very quick rotations on to that point, which make it a risky point to pursue here, but one that is not anticipated to be pushed very often. However, you will see that rush from the Jet trying to find Yeri while he's in the Sova drone. However, will not be able to find it. However, Chu will find 2 there, leaving it to a 3v5 here for Keene State College. A lot of utility being thrown out here by both teams. However, Yeri will find Gengar, one of those important picks that we had talked about at the beginning of this half.
We do trade Pooping for Shotgun User.
Yeri finding Sonodon here.
Creating a 2v2 situation where
Yeri
getting that
finding
third
June,
pick.
that other workhorse that we talked about. moving it just up to pooping here for CSU. And however, we are seeing 2 more. Utility will be thrown out. The peaks will come out as well. They are where she is. However, pooping will find Yeri, and pooping will find Issa too, which will win CSU that round.
Very close on from Keene State. All right. Once again, this game is pretty tied up right now, being 7 and 8. Keene State is in the lead by a point, though.
Yeah, from what we're aware from right now, this is anybody's match here. And we will see this aggressive play come up from Shotgun User once again, which will come after the entire enemy team being there. Leaving it in a very interesting position here. Try and
A
figure
very
out,
scrappy fight right now.
Very scrappy. However, Gengar will find Shotgun User there through the smoke. Mish trying to find some damage through that smoke as well, as Issa will try to get back as well.
Issa left with 17 HP.
We'll make it back here, and that will prompt a rotation from CSU over to A site.
That was definitely an interesting fight right there right off the bat. We could see the panic in Shotgun.
However, we will see the Finksel come out here, trying to find some utility here from a fast rush onto point and securing that space for his team. Donnie G will plant the spike, leaving the clock on their side as it will be a countdown for Keene State to beat here. Gary will find one. They went to a 4v4 here. On 10 HP himself, he has to play this very carefully. Pushing out using the smoke here.
Froggy finds one and Yuri also finds another. It's a 1v1. Yuri has 10 HP. Oh no, dies of fall damage.
Will fall and will not land on the boxes. An unfortunate turn.
That is very unfortunate. You hate to see it.
His hand was forced there to jump down from heaven in order to secure that defuse, but was not able to land on those boxes to get rid of that fall damage. However, it will once again be tied up here. Both teams
8 and 8,
trying to find that advantage over the other. Keene State College is hopefully finding their footing here about how they need to play some of these rounds. We will see that Keene State College does reveal about.
Unfortunately, Misha's picked off very early on. Issa's also picked off, leaving it a 2v5 not in favor of Keene State, unfortunately.
Currently Yeri with this Bulldog here. Trying to find what they can with it. Keene State College has a very tough job here in trying to come out with anything this round here. Froggy the Elite left with half a mag of his.
Yeri does find one. Froggy finds another.
However, Yeri will find Gengar. Despite what they did find 3 players there, trading out their lead in order to try to stop some of that momentum that CSU is building from these 3 consecutive wins.
Once again,
however, with that save, they will be able to purchase this round, Keene State College, and will hopefully be able to find some of those early picks onto some of these workhorse players on CSU in order to secure some of these rounds. We will see the Jet ult come out for CSU as they will make a push onto this A site once again. Froggy the Elite finding them with their utility here.
You just kind of have to make it a slow play.
Keene State College trying to play slow here, trying to play with the utility that they have on their team with all 5 players up. Keene State College does have this Sova ult and this Thrash available to them. However, Pupik will find 2, and Shotgun will find Sonadon. Froggy will find Shum in exchange. The Grenkar will find 1 with the yellow. Grenkar will find 2 with the yellow, and however, Pupik will find Yeri as well, which will be that 18th round in favor of CSU.
We do see that aggressive play from Keene State once again with the classic Yeri lineup. But it seems like California are opting to go towards B or C point, so it looks like.
We are going to see this plant here onto B site from CSU. Gengar trying to find a pick there. Neither team will find any picks here in the starting few seconds here. However, the spike will go down, which will put the clock in favor of Keene State College.
We do see that KO go out, which makes it so that we have no abilities. Shotgun user finds a pick.
It will also cancel the ult from Issa here. The Neural Theft coming out, finding the position of Keene State College's players. However, Mish will be able to rush that Shum and find them.
We see that Thrash go out, trying to find anybody. Yeri is the last player standing. Unfortunately, gets picked off
by Donnie G there. Welcome in, Catch. We're now finally in the right game for having lineups. You know, we'll, with some of these requests we're seeing in chat, we might have to contact CSU here to set up a goof versus poop match at some point. In what game? We are currently unsure.
Maybe
but
chess.
Oh god, I could go a lifetime without having to see chess on a stream ever again. Alright, as we do see here, CSU will be approaching much slower than we have seen before. Probably attempting to find some of these players from Keene State College pushing up. However, that is just currently not the way that Keene State College does play. And both teams will be kind of at a standstill here as they try to approach the site. Finding themselves in this courtyardish area, they will be attempting to make a push on the B site. However,
Shotgun user finds
that
2.
smoke can prove deadly, and Shotgun user will show them that evidence. Froggy Delete will find Gengar there, leaving it to a 2v5 here for Keene State College. Well, 5v2, I should say. Keene State College at an advantage here. They don't want to lose any players.
Oh. Shotgun user.
Sonadon left out with 1 HP. Shotgun user here left with 16 bullets.
California just has to make some sort of move. It seems like they might just be opting to save. They're just hanging out in their own spawn. And time is running out, and it looks like this is a round 1 for Keene State.
Currently 11-9 in favor of CSU.
Looks like California has opted to, they're using the Astra ult to create a big barrier wall.
This will allow them to take the space here.
Unfortunately,
And contest it well, and Skingar will find 2 from those peeking through that wall. However, Shotgun User will pop ult here. And will
getting a
find
nice kill on
Shum
that
with
Phoenix.
a nice play over the wall. That the wall will go down. However, Gengar will be hiding around the corner and will be traded out by Yeri.
Yeri
Gengar
is
finding 4 here. Yeri left to their own as they will be trying to find players. However, Pooping will find Yeri as there will be 3 in long. Currently 12-9 and left on to match point. Keene State College will have to win these next 3 rounds in order to bring it to overtime.
It's definitely an intense round right now for Keene State, being 12-9. California just needs this one last win to win this whole round, or this whole match.
Absolutely. As we approach some of these last round here, we're really seeing kind of how this double duelist comp that CSU has been working for them, as both of their duelist players have been securing that utility, trying to get control of that site. However,
Shotgun User does find
Shotgun
that
User
early
pull out
pick.
this operator once again, a pick that we have seen before. He's not afraid to use. However, Shum will find him. Yeri will find Gengar in return, leaving it to a 3v4 in favor of Keene State College.
Seems like
CSU forced to take it slow here. Trying to decide how they want to take these next few seconds here, each one being vital in order to win this round.
does seem like they are going towards the A point. Issa getting that nice pick,
which will
creating
reveal
a
that
2v4.
CSU is pushing on to this A site once again. We will see the Omen teleport come out from Mish, trying to find some positioning here for himself, as they will be approaching from the opposite side from this team here. Puka will find Froggy the Elite and will try to find Issa on top of it. However, Yeri will find that through that blind.
It is a 1v3 in favor of Keene State. Nice,
However,
Issa getting
will
that
find
last
Donnie
pick.
G, which will be that 21st round in favor of Keene State College. Well, 22nd.
We do pick up that operator, so we still have that for next round.
Will it go back into the hands of Shotgun User? Yes, it will.
Yeah, yes, it will.
Shotgun User, once again, getting this operator here, well known to be quite devastating with on this jet pick as well. We are seeing a lot of value out of this high purchase buy. We are going to see purchases come out for both teams here, except we will see Gengar does appear to be opting to use Ultimate here instead of purchasing it here as well. Gengar will find Yeri early with that ult. We will see the smokes come up onto C site, trying to psych out Keene State College into where they're pushing. CSU currently holding back at this exact second and trying to push onto B site once again. A play we have seen them have seen success in so far today. Ooh, trying to find Gengar. Mish will be found by those entering site as well. Probably trying to play for an angle here. Ooh, Haber Pooping will be playing close, and we'll find Shotgun. Froggy Daily will
Froggy
find
finds
two
two.
onto it as well, leaving it to a 2v3 here. Issa and Gengar will be alone. The ultimate coming out. Keene State College has to win this round if they want to stay in this match. Trades will come out, leaving Issa by themselves here, trying to get this defuse off.
We're going for the defuse with the wingman. Issa gets the last one.
Could see the nerves on Issa there, trying to find that last pick.
And we barely get the defuse too,
Done
making it
with
12-11 for Keene State. Great job.
one more round here from Keene State College in order to secure this overtime. Still anybody's match here tonight.
What a clutch round from Issa right there.
CSU here is not able to purchase full inventories for themselves, which will make it very difficult for them as well. This will be the last round of the normal match for both teams regardless of outcome. So we will see ultimates come out and we will see purchases being made. We are seeing a hyper-aggressive play here from Keene State College as they will send 3 of their players on to this offense here. CSU opting to play a little more passively here, trying to goad Shotgun User into playing offensively. However, Shotgun User will have the discipline to back up and wait for them to approach as well, as CSU will rally back on to this entrance of A site, will be found by Yeri, and Yeri will communicate that to his team and will try to get the rotate before they are able to push here. The clock ticking down for CSU here. They have 40 seconds left. They can not afford to take us too slowly, as that will put the pressure on them and will potentially force out mistakes. However, we will see the quick push from Pooping there. We are seeing the smokes come out. We are going to see the Thrash come out. Will not find anyone with it. Will gain some information. We will see the plant from CSU. However, Gary will find one with that ultimate.
Very nice.
Bring it down to a 4v4 again. CSU getting that plant off, bringing the timer into their favor, and forcing the hand of Keene State College here. They will get the wall off, which will make it much more difficult here for Keene State College. However, Chum will unexpectedly push through that wall and will find Yeri on top of it. We will see that ultimate come out from CSU as they are attempting to find one. However, Mish will find that ult before there. However, Mish will be forced out with that Astra stun. Wall is going down. However, Chum is behind him, and Pooping will find Froggy, which will secure the first match here for CSU.
Unfortunately, that Astra wall was definitely a huge deficit towards Keene State.
Yeah, it gave them a lot of space to work with, and made sure that Keene State College could not effectively use some of the utility they wanted to.
All right, while we wait for this next round to start, for the next round to start, we'll be going to a quick be right back.
But before we do that, we'd just like to thank American Steel Fabricators. For more information, please visit americansteelfab.com.
We'll be right back with more Valorant.
Todo empezó con una canción. Te alojaste dentro de mi corazón. Supe que había encontrado el amor. Supe que había encontrado el amor. Supe que había encontrado el amor. Encontrado el amor.
All right, we are back once again. We are going to bind. This is again a map we have seen often within the series here, and one that Keene State College is prepared to play today.
Yep.
It does appear that we're going to run the comp that we have been running all season on this map.
Yep. One with a Brimstone with Mish and Yeri on Sky. All the same.
Still opting for the double initiator, which has proven to have a lot of value here for Keene State College to come in. However, we will see the what might change here now is CSU's current composition that they are running. Seeing how they did play last time, they might opt to have that double duelist once again. However, we have seen on this map run is a double Sentinel comp, which has found a lot of success, especially with that chamber. We've seen a bunch of teams pull out so far this season. However, it still does appear that CSU is trying to decide what they're going to do. Johnny, I was going to say Johnny D.
Johnny.
No, Donnie G currently hovering that Phoenix here once again. No, they will opt to not play it. We are seeing that. Oh,
Maybe they're going with the triple duelist comp. You never know.
the triple duelist comp would go out. However, we will see a double duelist comp here today, as Gengar will lock in that Sova. We are seeing some role mix-ups here with Donnie G picking up that duelist position and Gengar switching over to playing that initiator. We're seeing overall around as well. We're seeing almost entirely comp changes with only Choom and Pooping, funny enough, being the only ones to stay on the positions that they played in last round. How they're playing at mixing up this next game, I'm currently unaware, but we might see different performances here for some of these players. Keene State College is going to defend first. We are seeing Shotgun User pull out what's in his nature.
A shotgun.
A shotgun. Issa doing what over there? I'm not sure if we had to switch to that perspective, Jack.
I missed it anyway.
And as we do see here, we will see that CSU will opt for a push onto A site here. They will have to assert control over this very quickly in order to prevent some of that utility from this double initiator comp that Keene State College is running from getting some of its value. And with that, they will push onto site here very quickly.
Unfortunately.
Pooping will find Shotgun User. That shorty nerf definitely harming Shotgun User's ability to gain that kill there, despite being at point blank range. However, Bish will find Donnie G looking the wrong direction, and we will see Issa use that mosh pit to try to find some players here. Keene State College currently trying to position here to cut off some of these sight lines here from CSU. We are going to see that we're going to see Shroom with that shorty inside of Lamps being a difficult player to uproot from here. However, Froggy will be found through the smoke and will be found by pooping. Issa will find Shroom in exchange, leading it to a 1v3 here. Issa with Wingman, and Gengar will find Issa there, and Issa will trade for pooping. But however, that will be the last player and will be the first round in favor of CSU. Keene State College here, losing that first round will put a thorn in the side about how they want to take some of these rounds, especially considering the economy they have available to them here. We are going to see that CSU will be gathering up for a push on to B site here. Will be finding Yeri as well. CSU trying to get on site quickly. Getting rid of some of that Cypher utility with that satchel from Raze. Yeri being forced to back up here in order to not find the bad end of a lot of this utility coming out here from CSU. The plant coming off from pooping here.
Shotgun user is behind on a flank. So is Isu. Issa is the last player, but unfortunately does not.
Yeah, CSU did spend a lot of money there to secure that round there, and in order to try to get that early economy lead for themselves. However, this will leave them with slightly worse loadouts coming into this third round here for themselves. However, even if they do lose this, they will have enough to purchase the next round if they so desire. So it's going to come down to Keene State having to win some of these next few rounds in order to stop this momentum that CSU is currently building up. Yeri here without the dog will not be able to send that out to try to find some of the information here. Might be vital. However, that will be revealed that a push onto the site is occurring. The recon will find one of Keene State College's players, which will force the page shells out from CSU in order to try to find it. However, Shotgun User will trade for Tomb for that, and Shotgun User will find pooping on top of it, finding two there, leading it to a 2v4 here in favor of Keene State College. Currently, only the Sova and the remain. However, the Flash will find one and will make it much more difficult here for CSU to approach, as we will see this interesting rotation from Gengar, which will give them 2 picks here.
Leaving it a 2v1 in favor of Keene State. Shotgun user
barely bringing it to a 1v1 here. Gengar at 1 HP here. Froggy just having to play safely here. However, Gengar will find all 4 with that flank.
That is so unfortunate.
Third round.
Very unfortunate. Right there.
That will give CSU a lot of momentum to work with here coming into these next few rounds. We are going to see that Keene State College will be attempting to force in order to try to find some solace in these next couple rounds in order to try to stop the momentum that they are building.
We see Shotgun user using what I presume is one of his favorite guns, the Ares.
However, he will be revealed, which will force him out of the position he wanted to play from here. However, the one-way smoke will come out and will try to find some of the players here. However, Shotgun User will not be able to find some of the players in there in time for them to peek around. However, the smokes here will cut the site in half as both players try to find people through the smokes. We will see the Thrash come out and will find a couple hits on some players here. And those will be traded out and left to a 1v4 here for Yeri trying to pick up. However, Sonodon will find Yeri instead of Yeri finding Sonodon, and that will be that 4th round in favor of CSU. Gengar here proving a large threat here for Keene State College, as he has yet to be picked in the series yet. However, if we do look at both teams here, we will see that CSU will have 3 ults to their name as they come into this round. Keene State College will have to be careful and wary about what they might do with them, as they have bought this round. Have a lot to lose and everything to gain. We are going to see that Silva ult come out, trying to find Issa here. Issa here forced in an uncomfortable position, as they are playing in a sight line that they can't get out unless they want to try, unless they want to go to the opposite side of the map. But Issa will find their way back over. As Keene State College does do a good job of fending off the attackers from this site. However, it will appear that CSU will be rotating over to a site in order to try to force Keene State College to make a mistake by rotating back over to it and forcing positions and sight lines that are favorable to themselves. However, they are revealed that they are over there, and we will see players start to rotate over from both sides. However, the Gengar will currently still be on that teleporter. Gengar will find Issa as well, and will take teleporter. We will see the Razor come out, trying to find any Keene State College's players, and will find Froggy. However, Yeri will find Shum on the way up to heaven. However, Sharknado will find one, and will be aware of Gengar in those showers. Forced to play from both sides here. However, Gengar will find Sharknado with that, and that will be that 5th round in favor of CSU.
Fortunate.
Gengar being an absolute menace with the Guardian here, forcing Keene State College to try to change how they play into these rounds. The switch from the Duelist was interesting for Gengar to do, but it has been proving very successful here for CSU as they do enter into the second match of the night. And as we do have some time available here for us today, we would like to thank the Fenton Family Dealerships, the Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Locally owned since 1986. Jack, what do you currently think about Keene State College and how they're trying to approach some of these rounds coming in?
It's definitely looking a little tough right now, obviously, with being 0-5. But knowing Keene State, I do think we will find our groove in a round or two. And once we do, I think we'll start to snowball these rounds once again towards our victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Keene State College are trying to decide how they want to take some of these rounds, especially with this riskier economy that they do have to try to use, especially since CSU will be full buying this round. Gary will spot players coming from this main angle here, and will find a couple with that flash. However, the paint shells will come out, try to find Gary, will get some minor damage off. Vish will find two with an ult, which will give a 5-3 advantage here. However, Sharknado will be found with that. However, players will be traded out left and right, leaving it to a 2v2 here for both teams. However, Sundown will find Froggy the Elite with that.
It is a 1v2.
See here, just alone with this Ghost and a Dream. However, will be outranged by that Guardian that Gengar has, and will lead to that 6th round being a win for CSU.
Close round.
Keene State College needs to find a way to deal with Gengar and this Guardian in order to secure these rounds. Will be out to them. They do have 2 ults available to this round, to CSU's 3 currently. We do have an ult that will give a lot of information in the form of that Sky ult, and we do have that pressure from the Jet ult if necessary. However, we are going to see a push from CSU onto this B site here. CSU doing a great job of getting rid of Froggy the Elite's utility on site with using the utility of both Sova and Raze. Choom finding Froggy the Elite. We'll get to a 4v5. Harisa will be found with that Phoenix ult coming out. Yeri being forced back with that flash. 3v5 here for Keene State College.
Very tough situation. Simbeacon giving him faster movement to hopefully get on point and not be hit.
However, only pooping will be found as Keene State College does let go of that 7th round coming. A sizable lead here for CSU. Keene State College will be forced to make some major adjustments here in order to try to secure some of these rounds. However, CSU has built up a absolutely massive economy for themselves and will be very hard to dislodge from this state that they're in.
Yeah, this is definitely a very tough game for Keene State as of right now.
CSU still has 2 ults to their name at this point as well. Yeri finding where some of CSU's players are.
Shotgun user being picked off early in the round.
Ooh, pooping will find Yeri, however, as they do hop onto that box. Utility being thrown out. We are seeing very effective use of this utility here from CSU in order to deny a lot of this value that Keene State College wants to get out of their abilities and some of these operator picks that they have here. As we just saw there, Dizzy was canceled by the paint shells from CSU. And we have seen Froggy Cypher utility being destroyed consistently by rather the Silver Dart or the Raze paint shells. And we are going to see another round in favor of CSU here, which will lead it to 8-0 right now. The pressure building up for Keene State College as they do approach the end of this half.
Very, very tough situation right now, especially looking at the economy difference. It's going to be a tough one for Keene State to bring back.
Shotgun user, they are opting for this very aggressive play that they had used before. However,
unfortunately, all of them were there.
Shotgun user will be found very quickly by Choom. However, Mish will be able to trade out for two players there, and so it'll be left to a current 3v3 situation for both teams. On the side, both teams have their non-blue players around, which will make the entry on either side much more difficult. However, CSU will have that omen available to them, which will allow them to cut off these sight lines for themselves here. And without that entry from Shotgun user, it will become much more difficult for Keene State College to approach here as well. However, they did not get that plant off, which will not put the clock in favor of CSU, and they will opt to rotate over to B site. Keene State College still trying to look for their players here on this site. However, the dog from Yeri will find out where currently CSU has positioned their players, and we are going to see the neural theft here from Froggy to try to find where the players are. However, Gengar will find Issa through the smoke and will leave Yeri and Froggy in a 2v3. However, that's those smokes again that we had mentioned, making it very difficult here for Keene State College to approach this site. Ooh, however, Sononon will find Yeri there. Froggy the Elite will be forced to make it through here, and however, Gengar will find Froggy the Elite as well.
Unfortunate for Keene State.
We are strong because we are together.
Keene State College here does have 3 ultimates to their name here. However, CSU does have 4 as well. CSU might attempt to space these out to try to secure these rounds coming in, or might try to save them to invest to make sure that Keene State College cannot stop the momentum that they have gained for themselves here. However, smart ult usage will become very necessary for Keene State College to pull out some of these round wins coming in here.
I think we're gonna see a Brimstone ult come out. Beast does get 2.
We'll find that Shun and Donnie G leaving both of the initiators out of the question for CSU here.
Keene State does have a player advantage, being a 4v3 in favor of Keene State.
However, they will have to force their way onto this A site here, and it will appear that Keene State College will be attempting a retake from them. Smokes will come out. However, Gengar will find Shotgun User, who did go through teleporter there. Gengar will find another, and Slowdown will find Mish. Yeri will find Pooping. We get to a current 2v1 here. Both players knowing where Yeri is. Yeri will find Sunodon, and will be just Yeri versus Gengar here.
Unfortunately, getting
however,
the wall bang on Gary.
Through the box will find Yeri, getting that 10th round in favor of CSU. Gengar leaving a fire in his trail here will make it very difficult for Keene State College to approach some of these next couple of matches. Well, not matches, next couple of rounds here. Reminder that matches are played for 13 points.
You see that Gecko come out from Issa?
Thrash will not find anybody here.
Mish does find
will
2.
Find 2. Mish will find 3 with this ghost in a dream.
One enemy remaining.
Gary will find Pooping, leading it to a 4v1 here.
This last cipher does have the spike.
Spike and very low HP here.
But we do have Froggy on the other point, all locked down, so it's going to be harder for them to also rotate to this point as well.
Keene State College does have to be aware here about how they approach, as we have seen them try to collapse onto this player, and this player pull out the stops and take names along with him. However, the plant will come out, and Froggy will get the surprise, as they will take out Sonodime, which will be that first round here for the round. They get 1 to 10.
Round in the half.
Good job from Keene State on that last round. This is the last round in the half, so
Both teams will be investing everything they have here.
California definitely has a few more ults than Keene State does, which could be a problem.
However, 2 of their ults aren't necessarily as high impact as the others. We will see the Sova ult come out, which will find Issa.
Yeri does find Pooping.
Spike down B.
That will take out one of those ultimates that we did talk about, only leaving Neural Theft for CSU here.
Shotgun User has pulled the Jet ultimate out. It does seem like California have decided to rotate towards A point.
Yeah, they will take Teleport over and try to quickly take some of these points here. However, we will see that Phoenix will come out, which we'll just try to gather some information about how Keene State College will be approaching the site. And however,
Shotgun user
will find that tomb. However, we will be traded out by Sony Guns. However, Froggy the Elite will find, and trades
Froggy
will occur,
finding
leaving it
two.
to 2v1 here for Keene State College. I think Mish will find Gengar, leaving it that 12th round here for Keene State College, leaving this half 2-10.
Definitely seems like Keene State have found their footing.
Keene State just has to keep this up and has to keep the pressure going into this next half here in order to bring home this match and continue on to the third match. And that's the spirit you like to see. Every player here from Keene State College squad is putting in the effort to try to win these matches. As soon as I try to say something nice.
Some interesting animation there.
You know, so it's a good luck charm. However, we will see through the push through showers will be smoked off by CSU's Omen here, forcing both Shotgun User and Isa to return back to this main push over here. It will appear that Keene State College will opt to rotate around, however. We hear a call from call for healing. However, we will see that Keene State College will be attempting to push onto the site. However, we will see that CSU will proceed to rotate around.
Shotgun user boldly going in, getting one.
I assume that's why he's the entry here. Or will trade as well, leaving it currently to 2v2 here for Keene State College. And they will opt to rotate once again using that teleporter.
Gary needs to get this plant down as soon as they can, and it looks like they get it.
And that will put the clock in favor of Keene State College. CSU will be forced to make the play in order to secure this round.
Last player standing.
Gengar will find Froggy the Elite, leaving Yeri by himself here. Yeri trying to find it, will find Gengar as well, pooping by themselves here.
Unfortunately, getting that
will
pick.
find Yeri, bringing that first round of the second half to CSU. Keene State College has to play very carefully about how they chose to pursue these next couple of rounds, as a point I have harped on all night tonight. But especially considering that if CSU does pull out one more round win, that will be match point.
Unfortunately, it does seem like pooping does pick off Mish very early on.
And it will appear that Keene State College will opt to rotate over to B site. Will find Shotgun User after he does access, moving it currently to a a 2v5 here. It's a college driver. Someone will find Issa there. They're going to currently 25 for Froggy with 4 HP.
4 HP and a dream. This is match point, so if California does win this round, it is over and they will win.
Keene State College will be full buying and will be fully investing into this round here. They do need to pull out the next 10 rounds here if they want to continue playing tonight and want to continue playing in these playoffs here.
It's never over till you say it's over.
Exactly. It is not over till that bell rings.
Unfortunately, Shotgun User getting picked off.
There. There, Gengar will trade out for Froggy.
Gengar is at 1 HP. Gary finishing off that pick. Issa at 13
will
HP.
Be rested upon Issa's shoulders here, as it will be 13 HP and a dream to continue their play into the playoffs here.
It's now a 1v2. Issa has 13 HP, which is not looking very good. We are planting down that spike, but
and
unfortunately,
Sona will find him from the hack, and that will be the second round for CSU, securing them the night here today. This will be the, unless I'm mistaken, the final match of the season here for Keene State College, as they did enter the semifinals as well.
all right.
All right, everyone, welcome back. We are here currently with the captain, not the coach of the Valorant team as well. So, as we come to it, as some of our viewers might be aware, or some might be unaware, it is current. That was the last match of the regular season here for the players, as this was playoffs, the second round. They have made it to semifinals. And the first question that's on our minds would be really, how do you personally feel the season went, as a whole?
hmm Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm Zoinks, the coach for the Valorant team here at Keene State. I would say I'm really happy with the season we've had, even though we've fallen a little bit short today in playoffs. But I would say my goal for this season, this is my first season coaching. It's also the first season that Keene State has had a Valorant team, as well as I believe only the second semester that Keene State has fielded esports rosters. So our main goal for this season was develop the team, get them ready for next season, next semester. But I was really hoping to make playoffs in our first semester, and I'm really pleased that we did. We won last week our playoff game, our first round of playoffs. We won the second round this time around, the semifinals. And I really feel like the team gave their all, especially on Haven. I don't think I've ever seen them play better than they have today on Haven, even though we did end up losing. But we knew going into this that our opponents tonight would be pretty formidable. And I feel like we really showed all that we could do on Haven, and I felt like the season, there's a worthy end to the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Another question as well. You had mentioned the kind of the growth of your team and expanding kind of the fact that going into the next couple of years, this will be rosters where people will come back, some people will show up. How is there any kind of growth you wanted to highlight with individual players as the team, with the team comps that you would like to see?
Yeah, I would shout out every player if I could. But if I had to highlight just one, I'd like to shout out H-Mish Haley, our smokes player, and IGL for this semester. We had a few roster turnovers this past semester that also led to role changes. Haley hasn't been affected by the role changes, but she did pick up the IGL/team captain aspect, and I think she's really found her footing there. The leadership in game, the leadership emotionally with the team, keeping everyone's spirits up, has been super encouraging to see. It makes my job a lot easier, and you can really feel her presence in the server whenever we play in Haven. It was absolutely instrumental to us getting as many rounds as we did on Haven. And I just love everything I hear from the comms, the positivity, the energy that she brings. In addition to what everybody else on the roster brings themselves, I really feel like she can bring out the best in them.
Yeah, absolutely. Another question as well. Coming into this next season that we'll see within this next spring semester, what's something that you would like to try to improve on? And on the kind of flip side of that coin, what's something that you guys think you already do really well and might try to hone in on and build kind of an edge with that?
Yeah, I'd say starting out with the good stuff, I really think that our communication has improved. If you remember my previous two interviews that I've done in post games, I mentioned in my first one communication was key, and that was something we were working on as we started playing, because I have a lot of players that are new to competing at a collegiate level in any competitive environment. And communication is, the importance of communication cannot be understated. And I really feel like the team has picked up on that and succeeded there. Like the comms are, a little hectic at time, like they can be in any team-based game. But all the important stuff is being communicated. I'm loving what I'm hearing. The team is planning amongst themselves because I don't talk at all during the games except for timeouts. So they're making all the plans and protocols by themselves, and they do a really, really good job of it, especially compared to other teams that they're playing around their rank. So I'm super, super impressed with the comms. In regards to what I want to hone on in for next semester, I really feel like next semester we've already set the foundation for a really good team environment and a really good place to build the team structure. But now I think I want to work more on the individual structure and leveling up everybody's game, because it's really important to, keep the firepower up. And I really like what I'm seeing out of Yere and shotgun user Nathan and Jeremy, or Jeremy and Nathan respectively, who are really, can be lights out like they were on Haven. I really want to level up the team.
Yeah.
to get a little bit closer to that level.
Yeah, absolutely. Also kind of relate to that question as well. Coming into this kind of quick season, I'm sure it'll probably change with you know, how meta's constantly kind of shifting.
Yep.
Is there anything else in the works for different kind of competitions you want to run, or is
Yes. Yes.
or you know, are you guys going to try to hone in on the double initiator comps that you guys have been running?
Yes.
Even
Yeah.
I continue that question even though you just answered me, but
Yeah, I will say totally that one, Valorant just had a massive patch today, 9.10, that has changed a whole bunch of different agents and has like, in particular, nerfed Omen as a smokes agent. That's the agent that HMH plays for us on almost every map. So we will probably have to do some compositional tuning in regards to that. So I'm thinking, I'm leaking the script here, but more Astra. Maybe shifting up our duelist pool, because right now our duelist pool with shotgun user is very limited to just Jet, but that's because of the massive amount of role swaps. We've had 3 duelists so far this semester, but hopefully we can hone in on a better agent duelist pool for wherever our duelist is next semester, as well as changing our approach to controllers. But overall, I am a big fan of the double initiator setups. I feel like when you're playing in a team environment, it just helps you so much more to have that extra information, as well as that initiator power, but it does put a lot of pressure on your solo duelist to perform when they're being given all that extra utility.
yeah, absolutely. And as well, coming up to some of our last questions here. Coming into the next season, is there anybody that has kind of in the works, such as like recruits or people that like you know talked about trying out as well, that like that you'd be excited to introduce the rest of the roster, or you know just kind of fill out some of the fill out the ranks, kind of some of these players coming in?
Yeah, I would say right now we're not really recruiting in between semesters during the academic year. However, we do have 2 Keene State Esports former players that should be coming back in the spring semester, all things going well. So I really hope for the return. That would be Keegan and Thomas. I really hope that both of them, who have played for us earlier in the semester, but unfortunately due to various reasons could not compete with us for the last couple of weeks, I really hope that they are able to come back stronger, and they will hopefully help alleviate some of the role problems we were just talking about, and really help level up the team in the firepower department. I'm really excited to have them back in the server, assuming all things go well. So yeah, lots of cool things to look forward to next semester.
All right. And this has been a long question segment. So to really kind of close it out here with the final question, is there any words that you would want to give to your players, or any kind of prospective players that might be working on another esports team, or might be coming to our team as well?
Yeah, I would say try and find the reason that you're competing, because unless you have a very solid reason for competing, it is very, very easy to burn out and to kind of lose your way. And that can happen even if you have a great reason for competing. But it's something I asked all my players when we started was, I need to know your reason for competing. Why do you compete? What motivates you? What demotivates you? Because there is no way that you are going to be able to chase success consistently over the course of an entire semester, showing up to practice 2, 3, 4 times a week, or showing up to individual coaching sessions with me, unless you really know why you're competing. And that is something that can motivate you to put in the hard work. So I'd say find your reason, put in the hard work. And I think today it really showed with the team that we have now. And I'm hoping that in the future I can keep motivating these players, keep them engaged, because that's really my main job as a coach, besides all the strats and anything, is just make sure, are the players having fun? Are they showing up? Are they being engaged? Are we using our time effectively? And everything else follows that.
All right. Thank you. And with that final question being answered, we would like to thank all of you for showing up here to the stream today. And we would all like to wish you a wonderful night. And please make sure to support our other teams coming up, especially Overwatch tomorrow. And some of our other teams are playing as well in the next couple of weeks. Thank you. You all have a good night.